Canada, a country known for its pristine natural beauty, rich natural resources, and peaceful diplomacy, has just taken a monumental step on the world stage. For the first time in decades, Canada can now sell its oil to just about any country in the world. But what does this mean for global politics, energy markets, and the balance of power? Canada is home to the third largest oil reserves in the world, primarily in the form of oil sands in Alberta. For years, Canada's oil production has been constrained by geography, infrastructure, and trade agreements. Historically, Canada's largest oil export partner has been the United States, with the two nations closely linked by energy trade. But now, that relationship could be shifting. Increased pipeline capacity, new infrastructure projects, and changes to international trade policies mean that Canada can now diversify its oil exports. This opens the door for Canada to send its oil anywhere, whether it's to Europe, Asia, or emerging markets. But it also means the global energy landscape will never be the same. For decades, global oil markets have been dominated by a few key players: Saudi Arabia, Russia, the United States, and other OPEC members. But Canada's newfound ability to sell oil freely to anyone puts it in direct competition with these energy giants. Canada's oil is a bit different, though. It's primarily heavy crude, which requires more complex refining. This means that the country's biggest challenge isn't just finding buyers, but finding refineries capable of processing its oil. And that could open up new geopolitical dynamics in places like Europe, which has struggled with dependency on Russian energy sources. With Canada's oil now available on the global market, Europe could see an alternative to Russian energy, especially after the fallout from Russia's invasion of Ukraine. This new option could help Europe reduce its dependence on Russian energy, and that's a major strategic win for both Canada and European nations looking for stability. The United States has long been Canada's largest and most reliable oil customer. But with Canada now able to sell oil to anyone, it begs the question, will this alter the U.S. Canada energy dynamic? The U.S. may find itself in a tricky situation. While it remains a close ally of Canada, its own energy policies are evolving, with a strong focus on energy independence and reducing reliance on foreign oil. The U.S. is also a major oil producer in its own right. So, will Canada's decision to diversify its oil exports push the two countries in different directions, or will they continue to strengthen their ties? On the other side of the Pacific, China stands as the world's largest importer of oil, and it could be one of the biggest beneficiaries of Canada's new oil flexibility. As China looks to secure long-term energy supplies, Canada's oil could play a vital role in this strategy. But selling oil to China is not without risks. Geopolitical tensions such as trade wars, human rights concerns, and the broader U.S.-China rivalry mean that Canada could find itself caught in the middle. As Canada navigates this new market, it must balance its economic interests with its relationships with key allies. There's no denying that oil extraction, particularly from Canada's oil sands, has significant environmental impacts. As Canada ramps up its oil exports, it may face increasing domestic and international pressure to address climate change concerns. The push for renewable energy has never been stronger, and Canada's commitment to reducing its carbon footprint could be tested as it expands its oil industry. The question is, can Canada navigate this tension between economic growth and environmental responsibility? It may depend on the country's ability to innovate and embrace sustainable energy solutions. Canada's ability to sell oil to any country marks the beginning of a new era in the global energy market. It opens the door for new economic opportunities, shifts in alliances, and potential challenges that will play out on the world stage. As the geopolitical landscape continues to evolve, one thing is clear: Canada is no longer just a passive player in global oil politics, it's a key contender. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights into global politics and energy. Until next time.